And I heard a voice from heaven say, come out of all my people, don't partake in the sin. Be ye separate, we the gods of this earth, under the last and the first. How had the Lord cast us down from heaven to earth? From heaven to earth, from glorious honor, for a sign of wonder. Taken in bondage, from kings to slaves. Oh my people Israel, we seen better days. Now we serving our enemies in hunger and thirst. If I'm naked, I need them.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And I want to give salutations to all you brothers out there on the highways and byways, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, putting your lives on the line to do so. My name is Yawadon. I'm from the GMS Colorado camp, and I just wanted to do a quick sit down on this, the progression of this prophecy, man. Recently, Donald Trump won the presidency, and as a result, you've seen massive prophecy take place in a very, very short period of time. Okay. And, this devil, man, he's out there making these executive orders, and he's pushing, the tensions on these nations and the tensions on the Israelites. Okay. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And, he's over here fucking with these other nations now too, man. He's bringing that Jim Crow spirit out again. These devils, they operate on that left-hand frequency. They want to, bring back that white power doctrine, man. They want to bring back that same power that they had in the 80s and, before, man, when America was considered that great and untouched country, man. Okay, so the first picture I have here is, as y'all brothers may know, Donald Trump passed that order to ban the 6 certain sects of Muslims from different countries, and this devil's over here revoking visas and things like that. He's basically locking the borders down, man, and he's implementing this biometric technology so that way the government and these elites, they can monitor different people and the way that they come in the country. How many people are coming in, how many people are leaving, how many people are doing what. And this is all just prophecy, man, because this is what the Lord said when the devil will come upon you with great wrath, and then you could not buy or sell, or move or do anything for that matter unless you had that RFID implanted chip, man. And this is kicking off, man. This devil has only been in office for a certain amount of time. Okay, I don't even think he's been in office for a month yet, and he's already over here running with the wheel, man. Okay, so this is another subject I want to get on here. I'm just going to kind of briefly read some of these articles, and then I'm going to get into some scriptures, okay, because this is all prophecy, man. The Most High has already written about this, and this was already ordained to occur before, it actually happened, okay? So the title is Iran to impose restrictions on U.S. individuals, entities in retaliation for U.S. sanctions, man. So that's another thing that happened because of that Muslim ban, man, that Trump enacted. He's got these other Baltic states, okay, like Iran and whatnot, on their toes. Okay, they're pushing back, man. And the Lord said He would stir up the Medes, which are these Middle Eastern countries, to fight back. These countries used to not really, want to get down with the U.S. like that, and now they are. So, and that's something that's been happening recently. Okay, Iran's getting pissed off because that brother, I think his name is Ariala in Dallas, and that brother elder, both the elders of the Dallas camp, the leaders, Yashar Wamba, they do this. They did that live sit down about the algorithm, man, and that's what's playing out. Like Ariala said, by fighting in Syria, it's almost automatically going to require a war to start with Iran. Okay, and that's what these demons want. They want this petrodollar to stay intact. And how do they do that? They have to control these Baltic states, to get that gas, man, that oil. okay? Because that oil, it represents power, all right? And that's a part of the elite's agendas, man. They can't let that go, okay? And these states, man, like Iran, they've been souping up on military power, man. Russia's been feeding them weapons. Okay, Russia's been sending Iran, them I can't remember the name of them, but they're the missile defense systems. Okay, that can shoot down ICBMs and all this other crazy stuff, giving them weapons. Their other ally is North Korea. Okay, so I'm gonna read this a little bit. Tehran has announced the new sanctions imposed by the U.S. And said it would be in a response impose legal restrictions on American individuals and entities helping regional terrorist groups. Okay, and that's what you demons are doing, man. You Edomites. Okay, you over here funding proxy wars in other countries, man. That's why these other countries can't stand you, man. That's why the world is not putting up with America anymore. Okay, because you fund and you pay taxes to invade other people's countries and take their resources and break out all hell, man. There's refugees in these other countries. They don't even got a place to lay their head because of all the chaos and war and shit that's going on in these other countries, man. Okay? And these other countries are done with America. They're done with you so-called Edomites, man. Or you Edomites, man. You so-called white people. They're done. A foreign ministry statement read as quoted by TV. The new sanctions are not compatible with America's commitments and resolutions 2231 of the UN Security Council that endorsed the nuclear deal reached between Iran and six powers. The Iranian Foreign Ministry statement said late on Friday in retaliation, okay, because the US did this first, in retaliation for the US sanctions, Iran will impose legal restrictions on some American individuals and entities that were involved in helping and founding regional terrorist groups. Okay, and it's obvious, man. The only people that don't know what's going on in these other countries is you docile U.S. citizens, man. Okay, you believe your state-sponsored media, and they're feeding you, they're spoon feeding you straight brainwash, man. Okay, everybody else knows what the U.S. is doing, man. And right now it's a chess game, like the brothers in Dallas, man, said, and all many brothers have brought this out, but this is a trade war. Okay, everybody's moving their pieces into place. It says on Friday the U.S. Treasury Department blacklisted 13 individuals and a dozen businesses as a part of the sanctions. The majority of the individuals in question are from Iran, as well as three Chinese nationals and two Arabs. Okay. Iran's continued support for terrorism and development of its ballistic missile program poses a threat to the region, to our partners worldwide, and to the United States. John E. Smith, acting director of the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, said, man. And that's what you Edomites do, man. You got the CNN, you got Fox News over here, these spinning these burnout stories about how Iran's trying to develop these nuclear weapons, and there is no proof of that. There's no proof at all that Iran's doing that. And Iran probably is, but who would blame them? Okay, you got all out chaos and war in the Middle East, and the U.S. and the state of Israel and the elites are purely responsible for that type of stuff. Um, Let me see here. And it says on January 30th, Fox News reported citing, okay, so Fox News, okay, so you know how much that's real, citing U.S. officials that Iran had conducted tests of its medium range ballistic missiles 3 days later. U.S. media, including, okay, CNN and NBC, reported that Washington is likely to slap new sanctions on Tehran in response. Reacting to the Iranian missile test, U.S. President Donald Trump said nothing is off the table, man, because he ain't making the decisions, man. This devil ain't making the decisions, man. You American citizens think that this man is making these choices, that he is deciding what's going on in the world. And he's taking orders from these elites, man. Nothing is off the table because he don't even know what he's going to do yet. Okay? This goon, he don't even know. Okay? When asked by a reporter whether the U.S. would consider a military response to Tehran, Trump's national security advisor, Michael Flynn, said Friday the days of turning a blind eye to Iran's hostile and belligerent actions toward the United States and the world community are over. Okay? And who are you Edomites, man? Who are you Edomites to sit here and say, you know, that you get to speak for other nations, man? This is all for the elites and the US and the state of Israel's well-being, man, and the UK. Okay? NATO. They don't care about other nations, man. They care about making money, okay, and furthering this new world order agenda, man. Okay? Chipping all the people, okay, rolling in this new world order society, which is practically here, man. Okay, so they go on to say that Iran did this and this. It's all pointing fingers and whatnot. They don't have any actual evidence. So let's go ahead and play a clip real quick.
We reached a historic understanding with Iran.
President Trump has severely criticized the various agreements reached between Iran and the Obama administration, as well as the United Nations, as being weak.
Hopefully, you brothers can hear this. I just got this new software, so hopefully you hear this. Okay, so that's what was one thing was said. They said Obama was being too nice with the world, and Donald Trump said, "I'm not going to be nice." Okay, so I want to get a scripture on this subject real quick because this is exactly what's happening right now. Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, man? And that's this American spirit right now. Okay? Ever since the presidency of Trump and recent election of Trump, you have these Edomites running around bugged out. Okay? They don't have no sense. They truly believe that this man is going to bring their country back. They truly believe that America is going to be made great again. Okay? Their pride has deceived thee, man. A prideful man. Okay? That's what Trump is. And that's what the spirit of this American status is right now. All you Edomites, you so-called Caucasians, man, in the spirit, okay? Thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Okay, so not only do you have that pride that exalts itself to the atmosphere, man, to the limits of the sky, but you also, have satellites and things of that nature, man. Your weapons, man. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. This war and all this type of movement and mobilization, all this stuff right now this is pure prophecy, man. And you have to understand that these allegories and these scriptures have a meaning, man, not just the literal meaning. Okay, they may possess a literal meaning, but they have duality to them, maybe even more than two meanings. Okay, and that's how beautiful this truth is, man. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, man, that's America, man, and every other Edomite kingdom that's been exalted, man. That's how we know that you Edomites are the son of perdition. Okay, the Lord spoke about y'all coming back and doing these things before it happened. Okay, all right, so that's that on that, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab another article real quick. And this is also prophecy, man. People might read this and be like, oh well, America, is starting to renege on this policy that Donald Trump just made, man. But this devil's only been in office for X amount of time. Okay, not even a month probably yet. Okay, and now you got people feeling hopeful because this man, his order got revoked by a judge. Okay, and look at these people, man. They might be agent provocateurs, but these people are truly worried, man. People are starting to get that spirit on them. You got these Edomites that are proud out their minds, and then you got these other nations and certain types of Edomites, they don't know what the hell to do. Okay? Because they knew this shit was going to happen, whether President was Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. These people are genuinely worried. Okay, that's why the Lord needs to come back. That's why Yahweh Shai and the elect need to establish order again. Okay, because there's no peace on earth until that happens. Okay, this article says federal judge has issued a nationwide temporary restraining order against enforcing President Donald Trump's executive order banning nationals from 7 majority Muslim countries from entering the U.S. Uh, and that's how the U.S. works, man. So people feel like, oh, well, law and order is going to be established now because they established a system on what's called checks and balances. So certain jurisdictions and certain branches can outweigh a certain branch's decision to do this, okay? And this is all just bread and circus, man. This is all just showboating, okay? This is just further dividing the people to fuel this race war, okay? They're dividing everybody up. It's biblical, man. It's prophecy. This ain't gonna stand, man. This devil Trump gonna do some more devil shit. And he knows damn well what he's doing because he's taking orders from these elites, man, these Rothschilds. And these people that are playing in the back in behind the curtains that people don't even see. Okay, last Friday, Trump issued an executive order that banned citizens from Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen from entering the U.S. The rollout of the executive order caused mass confusion. Okay, mass confusion. Okay, people don't know what to do, deportations, and protests. By Saturday, the lawsuits had begun with at least 40 active lawsuits in 17 states. Okay, and that's the thing that you people think. You think that just because, there's a legal system that you have it fair in America. And that goes for all you nations, including you Edomites, especially you Edomites, man. And truly, you two-thirds. You think you have a legal system or a platform set up to be okay in America. And this is a rude awakening. Okay, that's why these people are out here in the streets tripping. They don't know what to do. And when these lawsuits come void and this race war kicks off, people are going to finally realize that this shit was just a show. That's all it was a show. Okay, so y'all brothers can check the rest of that article out if you haven't already seen it. Furthermore, another article I found interesting: Iran missile test was legitimate. Trump looking for reasons to escalate tensions, and that's all he's doing, man. That's all these elites are doing. They need control in the Middle East for power and money and strategical positioning and whatnot. That it's clear that that's the case. Okay, I want to get this next scripture here. This is Second Ezra 15 and verse. Let me see. I'm gonna start 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And this is speaking of a future prophecy, man. This is speaking of America, okay? Because America is spiritually Egypt, as it was Rome, as it was all these Edomite nations. Okay, the spirit of wickedness, this left hand energy, the spirit of Cain. Okay, since the beginning of time, ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. So when the Lord speaks of Egypt, he's speaking in a lateral sense to these nations today, these wicked nations like America. And it says Egypt shall mourn. Okay, you see, Egypt shall mourn. Okay, shall mourn clearly. Okay, you got riots everywhere. Egypt shall mourn. That's what's going on. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. And this is truly a judgment from the Most High, okay, in the hierarchy of the right hand side, which is the ruling side, okay, not the wicked. And that's why America is swirling the drain. That's why the world economies are swirling the drain. Because this side, this left hand side, this wicked world cannot stand. Okay, the Most High is going to take the foundation out of under it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation, man. So there ain't no hope for you in America. It don't matter where you plant your seeds. Doesn't matter if you invest your time in going to school, or invest your time into sports, or invest your time into reading all the books you can read, you know. The only thing that you can invest in, the only stronghold for salvation is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's it. And the scriptures say, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. For there shall be sedition among men. Okay, and that word sedition, we'll go ahead and grab the quick definition of that real quick. Sedition, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. Okay, so that's what's occurring right now. That's the sedition against the true power which the Lord has issued Esau, Edom, okay, these Rothschilds, the power of the sword over the earth, man. That's Genesis 25. Okay, Isaac blessed Esau with the power to control the world for a short time. And now you got countries like Iran, they ain't playing no more. Okay, and Russia and China. Okay, because they're all hand in hand. They're all next to each other. Like, okay, let's go ahead and partner up because these devils is getting out of control, and they're all wicked. They're all wicked. So that's not different. But sedition, man, sedition in the state. Okay, sedition in the state. You got all these riots. When Trump was elected, there was riots. There's been riots for years and years now. Okay, these people, as much as they act a fool in the street, they gonna start getting crazy here soon. And that's going to start with Jake, with these Israelites, man. These so-called Latinos, man. I work with a call center, and I have all types of people call me. And the other day, I had a Yashashakrite call me of the nation of Yashashakar, which is Issachar. Okay, the so-called Latinos. Okay, today who will fit the description of so-called Mexicans. And they were asking me because we had a channel blockage for the Spanish-speaking channels. And they were asking me, they were like, does this have anything to do with Donald Trump? Is this because Trump was president that we can't watch the Spanish channels anymore? You got this devil getting ready to build a wall, man. Okay. Jake's waking up. Okay, you got the 2/3 Jake and you got the 1/3 Jake. Either way, they're going to play a vital and pivotal role in bringing down this wicked nation, man. Thus saith the scriptures, sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, they ain't gonna regard these governments no more. People ain't gonna regard, law and order. People ain't gonna be, you know, putting litigation towards jurisdictions because they feel like they've been wrongfully, discriminated. That ain't gonna matter no more. Okay, this bullshit, all this shit is gonna turn into pandemonium. You're gonna have people killing each other. You're gonna have people eating each other. This so-called nationalism that all these nations have, this is a boiling pot. Okay, because the Lord didn't create this place for everybody to be equal, and every nation is not created equal. So when all this bullshit, lollygagging and illusion evaporates and it kicks off, it's gonna be chaos, man. When it's really you against the next man, and then the next man and their mama and their cousin, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, and that's what's about to happen, man. The amount of things that have occurred since Trump has taken office is incredible. Okay, and this is getting into martial law, man. These people are, imagine how many people are in America and in these other countries and these death traps, these cities. Okay, you're gonna desire to go into a city and you can't because they're gonna have all kinds of military vehicles. They might have biological weapons. Okay, Lord knows what they're gonna have in that day, man. Because Esau been sharpening that sword for centuries. Okay, and it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And that's correct, man. Because of their pride, okay? Because of their pride, because you exalted yourself as an eagle that flies high in the sky, that you thought you could never be brought down. You thought that this place was equal. You thought that America was the nice guy or the good guy. Okay? But guess what? That's a dream, man. And it's a illusion of grandeur. A man shall, and you, a matter of fact, you will have grown men crying out here in these streets. Okay? When it's time to get your hands dirty, and you watching people getting gunned down, you watching little kids get killed, raped, grown men getting raped, women getting gang raped, okay? Men gonna be afraid. I don't know what women gonna be doing. They gonna be running around chicken heads cut off. They finally gonna get in order, okay? Your house is gonna be destroyed. Your little luxurious house, okay? Your apartment, your money, your security, your self, uh, illusion that you have stability, it's gonna be destroyed, man. The Lord is just setting y'all up like a house of cards, man, and He's about to swoop your foundation out of under you. Okay, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Come on, man. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor. Look, you got a Moabite dude possibly sitting right here. You got a possible Edomite sitting right here. Okay, you might find your choice two-third coon sitting in here somewhere, possibly. Look right there. Okay, you know, nations are not equal, man. Okay, your neighbor will not regard you when it's about his belly getting full, and maybe his kids or his woman, okay, or yours. They ain't gonna regard you. All this nationalism and this you know this comical sense of coming together and people upset and joining together to be better people, man. Okay, that's just not how it is. Okay, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, for the lack of food. Okay, they're gonna spoil. They're gonna riot. They're gonna tear these streets up. Okay, and lo and behold, you're gonna have all these elites. Okay, these Rothschilds and then these rich people, man, they're gonna be hiding in the shadows while they spark the whole damn thing. They poured gas all over the fire and then they ran. They planned this, man. And the Lord put the spirit on the left side to do that. Because it was all written. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Okay, done to the Lord's children. Okay, done to the Israelites. Okay, as bad as a two-third is, you know, the Lord ain't forgive you, Esau, or you other nations, man, for doing what you've done to his kids. Okay, he might have let you do it, but he didn't forgive you for doing it. Yeah, you just been stacking the judgment on your head. Like as they do yet to this day unto my chosen, so will I do also and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so you reap what you sow. There's no getting around that. Okay, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth, man. Okay, so starting with you so-called Caucasians that have been doing nothing but raging war, taking other people's shit, okay, invading other people's land. You ain't getting away from that, man. And you other nations ain't getting away from that either. Okay, but you prime guilty Edomites, you Caucasians, all right, you won't be the first ones to get snatched up, starting with you elites. And then all you other nations is getting wrapped up too. All your women, you fine looking women, okay, they're gonna be ours, okay? The Lord's right hand, his elect, they gonna have their fill, just like you Edomites and you other nations had your fill when Jerusalem and Israel fell. Okay. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. As travail upon a woman with a child, they shall not escape. So just as a woman's about to give birth and she's like, oh, please, I don't want this to happen. Please, I'm not trying to get, bro. This pain is incredibly intense. I'm not trying to go through this. I'm not trying to have this happen. That's what this world is going to experience, man. Okay, people are saying, "Oh, it's just so great that the immigration ban got lifted." Okay, because Trump was losing it. All right, these Hillary supporters, these left hand sides, are these Democrats, so-called Democrats in America. Just a little weight off my shoulder because I thought he was about to go full Trump-O-Maniac on everybody. Um, so yeah, I mean, they're gonna say peace and safety, man. Okay, and then when you think you safe from that serial killer, man, or when you out of danger, boom, then you're gonna hit out of the blind side, out of left field. And you other nations and you two-thirds of Israel that ain't coming unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and hearkening unto the elders of Great Millstone, okay, and the elders in other camps, and the heads and the brothers that have been pushing this truth for years and years and years, you gonna be blindsided, man. Then shall sudden destruction come upon them. Okay, that's them. That's that category. Okay, but here's what's going to happen if you do hearken, man. If the Lord's dealing with you. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye all the children of the light, okay, the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that listen, and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness, man. Okay. So starting with the elders of Great Millstone and down, the brothers, man, we see through this shit. Okay? We see through this shit. We see through, the fine print. Okay? You might have a 3,000 page contract full of loopholes and demonography, but the men of the Lord have been given the ability to see through this. This is all leading up to one thing, okay? To one of these, okay, strapped with a nuclear bomb coming to America and globally, okay? So here you go. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, okay? Other people sleeping, but let us watch and be sober, okay? Keep your mind straight, stay diligent in the year of death, destruction, and diligence. Lord willing, we make it through. Lord willing, I make it through, you know. Lord willing, the elect, are called together this year. Okay, Lord willing, this is the last year. All right, but keep watching. Okay, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation, man. So that's what it takes. You got to bring yourself out of this grandeur illusion. And it's only going to keep getting worse, man. Last year was the year of push, and this is the year of death, diligence, and destruction. It's just going to keep getting more and more hot, okay? It's going to keep kicking up. Psalms 5 and 6, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. Okay, you smoothsayers, man, you soothsayers. Your time is over, okay? You businessmen, you Rothschilds, on down. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. And the Lord is a man of great patience. And it's a fearful thing to fall in the hand of the Lord. Okay? And he's allowed the wicked to be built up, okay, to serve their purpose, to teach the elect about wickedness, to know right from wrong, okay? And to show everybody what it was like for wickedness to reign supreme and what that got the children of the Lord. Psalms 139 and 21, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? And the brothers in Great Millstone, starting from the elders down, we're grieved, man. We can't stand this place. We can't stand having to go work in an inferior location just to survive, and then have to pay dividend after dividend after dividend and have nothing but loose change left afterwards, just to be able to wake up and have to go do it all over again. This is a lateral version of chattel slavery in America these days. Okay? There ain't nothing new under the sun, man. But you 2/3, you think that this place is heaven. And you the bottom of the barrel. You the dregs. You the dregs of the wine barrel. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Okay? The Most High said that. We say that on the right side. The men of the Lord that are trying to hearken and do the best they can to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man. Okay? We hate wickedness. We despise the inhibitions of those that do wickedly. Why would you do something wickedly to know the outcome and see it reciprocated for so long and continue to do it? That's the definition of insanity. And that's why this world has to be cleansed. That's why we have to be cleansed. We need the spirit of the Messiah, Hamashiach, to come back and cleanse us for our inhibitions and our iniquity. Okay? The world is going to fall short of that. These other nations, they're going to fall short of that. The 2/3 are going to have to die on this side, and they're going to keep believing in Trump and Iran. They're going to keep believing in America. They're going to believe in the system. Everybody's going to keep believing in the system until the fucking carpet gets pulled out of under their feet. And then they're going to look all raccoon-eyed and shit and wondering what happened. This is Malachi 1:3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, man. That's why you see Trump coming into office and he's talking about all this bullshit, talking about, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make America white again. I'm going to make America, we're going to build a border and cut their native people out of this land that were here first out. And they got this spirit of these Edomites all souped up. Okay. You say you're going to come back and build, where America's been dying ever since its creation, slowly but surely. Okay. And the Lord said, guess what? No, that ain't happening. I'm going to throw it down. Thus saith the Lord, I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And that's you Edomites. Per to Obadiah. That's what Edomite means. One of the Edomite definitions in the biblical dictionary. Whom the Lord hath indignation for forever, because thou shouldest not. Thou shouldest not done what you did. Thou shouldest not taken this cup of wrath around the world and dealt wickedly with the Lord's children. Okay, you got a big price to pay, Esau. And so do you other nations, man, because you followed suit. And then basically, get in this chip, that's what's happening, man, because with this movement and whatnot, all these things occurring so quickly, and rapidly as it's been going for these last, couple, years since I've been in the truth, and in decades for the elders, um, that's what's going to happen. And this is going to happen. That's why Trump's locking these borders down. So this, Revelations 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, that mark is the word charagma. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick, just for the sake of the sit down. Hopefully, try and be as edifying as possible. A mark. Okay, that word is charagma. All right.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that in a new tab real quick, and we'll grab that. Let me see. Charagma. From the same as G, Greek 5482, a scratch or etching, a stamp. Okay, a scratch, something that penetrates the epidermal layer of your flesh. So it's not something that is superficial, man. It's something that will penetrate and go beneath the subdermal part of your flesh. Okay, that's what that RFID chip is. You know, same shit they've been putting in dogs for decades and animals and whatnot for decades is the same thing they're gonna want to start doing to these these other nations. And then soon it's gonna be everybody. And there's tons of people out there currently that have the chip already. I mean, you got people out there doing it for fun right now. But soon, when it kicks off, Donald Trump and the left, the wicked left with the elites, they're gonna make that mandatory. Okay, and that's what was given, man. It was given to the left to be that way, to do exactly what they're doing. And honestly, I'm happy that Donald Trump is president because he's kicking more shit off recently than ever before, and I'm happy, man. And I'm sure the other brothers are as well because this devil is bringing the Lord's kingdom quicker and quicker by bringing his wicked agenda forth. Okay, because we're gonna trade places and it's gonna be built in righteousness when you left hand gets completely obliterated. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Correct. Okay, that's explanatory. If you have that chip, you're gonna be able to go get groceries for a short period of time. When this dollar, this Federal Reserve note is no longer valued in the sense that you can go purchase supplies or necessities per se, such as food and water, clothing, things of that nature, anymore without this chip. Okay, they're gonna have similar to how you go out to the store and everybody's got that card with that microchip on it now. Just put that shit in the slot. They're gonna have the same thing. They're gonna have a scanner and they're gonna want to put it in your right hand or somewhere in your body, and you're gonna go wave your hand at the wall and you can go purchase stuff. And brothers, brothers are people that folks that might be watching this, people that are interested or whatnot, you can go check out videos on YouTube where that is already happening. You got Amazon stores and cashless stores all over the United States and the world right now. It's the chip is here, and the further of this immigration policy is bringing that in. So, that's about it. I didn't really intend for it to get too long, but it had been a while since I had done a sit down, and the spirit kind of jumped all over me. But hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be very um, in tune to keep bringing out sit downs and stuff now. And I truly hope that this sit down was edifying for those that watched it. Want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. They call halal Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I want to say double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, who taught me this knowledge, and taught the men of this GMS that knowledge. And salutations to you brothers and Akim out there worldwide that are teaching this truth and sincerity, risking your lives to do so. And stay strong, man, because it's just gonna keep rolling out, man. We're gonna keep on trucking. So with that, shalom.